Why is it extremely important for us believers to know and understand sound doctrines? And how can we develop ourselves to be able to recognize or discern sound doctrines from false doctrines immediately? In my last Sermon on the Mount, I shared on the apostles' doctrines, and I said that the apostles' doctrines were actually the teachings of Jesus, because in Matthew chapter 28, Jesus told them, teach all the things I have commanded you. He said, go make disciples, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. For lo, I am with you always, which means the doctrine of the apostles were actually the teachings of Jesus. Therefore, any teaching today that will qualify as sound doctrine must be a teaching that aligns with the teachings of Jesus as recorded in the Gospels and the teachings of the apostles as recorded in the epistles. So back to my question, why is it extremely important for us to know and understand sound doctrine? It's because sound doctrine exalts and glorifies Christ and promotes godliness. It exalts Christ, tells us what Jesus has done for us through his death, burial, resurrection, and ascension, and it promotes godliness. So any teaching that downplays Jesus and downplays the necessity for godliness or promotes ungodliness, it is not sound doctrine. So how can we develop ourselves, our senses, to be able to detect false doctrines? It is simple: to constantly study and meditate on God's word. That's how we can keep ourselves safe. In Acts chapter 17 verse 11, the Bereans constantly searched the scriptures to see if those things Paul was saying were so. So if we will continue to study and meditate on God's word, we will then be able to distinguish or detect when a doctrine does not align with the teachings of Christ and the teachings of the apostles. Just like Job said in Job chapter 34 verse 3, that the ear tests words just like the tongue tastes food. So by the time we are very conversant with the teachings of Christ and the teachings of the apostles, it will be easy for us to detect when we hear somebody preaching a message that is not in alignment with the teachings of Christ or the teachings of the apostle, even though that person claims to have received that message by some form of supernatural revelation. If it does not align with the teachings of Christ and does not align with the teachings of the apostle, or it does not promote godliness and exalts Christ, it is false doctrine.